having a go. It's going to drop short. They've got to compete for it. They've got to win it. Who's going to get there? Galway have it. There's an opportunity with Irlatanian. Down he goes. The referee says play on, and the referee is blowing his whistle, and it's all over. And Tipperary have won the quarter-final. They have knocked out Galway in a wonderful, wonderful match at Croke Park. A game which had absolutely everything. Heroes all over the place. And look what it means to Owen Kelly and to the Tipperary men. And look at the sheer despondency on the Galway faces all around. It's Liam Sheedy's afternoon. His men have prevailed. The fans have come here and they've kept the dream alive. But it's over for this year for Joe Canning and for Galway.
Yeah, Ger, what a game of hurling we've seen. We had everything in it. Great scores, great sportsmanship, hard hitting at times, but you know, at the end of the day, I just felt Tipperary maybe deserved the win. They played an awful lot of hurling during the game. Galway kept in it, took their chance as well at times, but you know, there were a couple of points up, took a couple of wrong options, and in fairness to Tipperary, they finished strongly. Great point there by Lara Corbett at the very death, and Garrod Ryan to win the game for them. And you know, it's really going to stand for them now. They got a lot of criticism early in the year when they lost to Cork heavily. Slowly worked their way back up. By far their best performance in the championship so far today, and now a great game to look forward to against Waterford in the All-Ireland semi-final, and they'll be hoping to get back to an All-Ireland final where they were so disappointed last year.
You're looking at shattered bodies and shattered dreams for this year, and then the heroism that is among the Tipperary ranks. Pádraig Maher, who grew in stature as the game developed, all of them playing their parts, all of the men who came in as the substitutes as well and contributed handsomely, but there was so little between them as Tipperary advance into the semi-finals of this wonderful championship. There they will be playing Waterford, and of course in the other, as I mentioned earlier, it's Kilkenny v Cork. So two great semi-finals to look forward to. But before we conclude here, let's have a look at the winning point here, which was set up brilliantly there by Pa Burke, seeking out Lar Corbett, and Lar Corbett, the 29-year-old from Thurles Sars, put Tipperary in front and edged them over the finishing line. And it is absolute misery and despair for goalkeeper Colm Callanan of Kinvara and Galway. And for John McIntyre and the backroom team, well, they played their part in a wonderful game of hurling. They can take great credit from it, but there's no progress for them in 2010. Instead, it'll be Tip, who hope to build upon the promise of last year when they went so tantalisingly close against Kilkenny in the All-Ireland final. Maybe just for those last 5 or 6 minutes, they could be the All-Ireland champions defending their crown here. Chunky Hayes of Galway, well, it's a disappointing afternoon. They achieved so much, went so close, but in the end, the full-time score here reads Tipperary 3 goals and 17 points, Galway 3 goals and 16. Michael.
Ger Canning and Michael Duignan in the commentary box there, of course. Well, the first thing that has to be said to the panel here, I guess, it's heartbreak, Cyril, to lose a game, and tight game like that, but it was a great game of hurling.
A titanic game, an epic. It was a brilliant, brilliant game, and we really needed it for hurling this year. Both teams went ahead hammers and tongs. They threw caution to the wind in the second half. For a while there were a few minutes ago, I think Galway on top. Next thing, Tip finished strong again. I suppose the subs had a big impact on both games. You look at, say, Galway Brahan, say Kevin Hines and Cannon, they got their few points.
Yeah.
Seamus Cannon came on, Per Burke, these fellas. All the substitutes work. It'll just show it as a 20-man game. But today, Hurling was the winner. Now, I know Tip will go away very happy and Galway disappointed, but like, it's tough to lose a game by a point, but really it was a draw would have been a kind of a fair result and we get extra time. I suppose the matches that Tip had, you'd have to say, kind of stood them in the end. I thought Galway would finish stronger because they were very fresh, and I thought they were going to push on the last 10 minutes. But fair dues to Tip, like, they kept at it and at it, even when things are going wrong. And it's like young Maher midfield, these guys, they really put their shoulder to the wheel. And you know, it was the young lads coming through, and like, we're going to have 2 great semi-finals.
A tight finish, obviously, it creates such an excitement to most. But you know, the thing about the problem that if the game finished a minute or 2 earlier, it would be 1 score. Maybe a minute or 2 later, it might be another score.
Yeah, and you were kind of saying with the last play there, with the referee going to wait until the ball got back into open play, or maybe give a chance to throw it in again, you know, because yeah, that's hurling, Michael. 317 to 316. I mean, it was a fantastic game, a great advertisement for hurling. It's okay, Tipperary are going to be very, very happy with their performance. You would say one stage in the second half where they're going to commit suicide there on the basis of all the 2 goals that they left in, got Galway back into the game. And then you said substitutions, Kevin Hines, Cannon coming on, they're going to push it home, and Galway are going to win this game. But They never gave up Tipperary, and then they made the substitutions. Ron Paburke, he gave the vital ball back there to Lark Corbett, and I think at the end Tipperary justified the win, being honest with you. I thought they created more up front, and I think they deserved the win by a point today.
Yeah. Ger?
Well, sure. You hope all year long that you'll have some kind of an epic game, and today you had the epic of epics. This is since 2004, Munster final. I can't remember a more enjoyable, more fiercely contested game as we had today. Now, huge bonus here for Tipperary. An accusation against Liam Sheedy was that he had never won a tight match, but especially he had never won a tight match by making a match-winning switch. Behind Paburke played very well, and then he laid on that final pass for Lark Corbett to get the point. Now, for a team to come from 2 points down with 2 minutes to go, to win by a point, scoring points is a huge thing for Tipperary.
Yes.
And especially after conceding 2 very, very soft goals. Now, Galway were heroic. That's the best I have seen Galway playing in years and years. But at the end of the day, taking that they gave away 2 soft goals, and taking that they gave 2 points down at the end, you'd have to say the Tips slightly deserved it.
Ah, no doubt, yes. Let's get the thoughts then of the Tipperary manager, Liam Sheedy. He is talking to Joanne Cantwell.
Well, Liam, you were bouncing off the walls as you came in here. That was some win.
Yeah, really delighted. I suppose halfway through the second half, or coming close to the end when we went to 3 points down, I suppose it didn't look really good for us. But in fairness to the lads, I thought they just emptied everything out on the field there in the last 10 minutes. And we were hanging on. The last ball going into the square. But in fairness to the lads, epic second half, epic game. I think some great scores got by both sides. And we had a good start to the second half and got a few points ahead. And then we let a killer goal in, and then they got the penalty. And some memories start flooding back about penalties in Croke Park, and you start to wonder, is it going to be your day? But thankfully the lads really dug in, and it just goes to show you the importance of the bench. I thought that the lads that came off the bench really went for the game after coming on and made the difference. And you get that feeling after training with them for the last number of weeks. The competition that's there for places is top class for every position, and as I said, that's a sweet victory.
Absolutely. You said you were hanging on there. In many ways, do you feel that you should have been hanging on, or should you have been maybe slightly ahead at that stage?
Well, I think maybe some of the goals that we conceded we'd be disappointed with. Let's be honest. We like to think that we have a mean defence, and generally we have. But just one of those days. They got 3 goals in us, and to concede 3-16. If someone had to tell me before the match we concede 3-16 and still win the game, I'd be sort of questioning myself. But as I said, just really the heart and determination that the lads showed. I think there's been maybe questions asked after our defeat in Munster. Are these boys really up for it, or do they really want it? I think they gave everyone their answer today. Very, very happy with it. But I would have to feel really sorry for Galway. There was 2 teams out there today. I think both teams gave absolutely everything. I think John and his squad can be very proud that it was a really tough game. Could have went either way, and if it was a draw or if we to lose it, as I said, it was hanging on a knife edge right to the finish.
Yeah, you gave us all a great game. Coming into the match, were you uncertain as to whether they'd fully gotten over that defeat to Cork earlier on in the year?
Well, look, as I said, we had 2 rounds in the qualifiers, just to try and build a bit of momentum again. And we did get through the qualifiers, but we got an awful lot of work done in the training field as well, which stood to us. The bar is raised again. We're pitted again, the Munster champions in the next round. So, but as I said, today was all about trying to get into an All-Ireland semi-final again, and just delighted for the squad of players and the backroom team for the work they've put in. It's great to be back in All-Ireland semi-final.
Yeah, what about Waterford though? I'm sure you saw them in action last week.
That's for another day, Joanne. I think we'll just cherish today now, and as I said, we'll start thinking about the opposition come tomorrow, but just delighted to be in there.
Well, you deserve it. Thanks a lot, Liam. Well done today.
All right.
Well, I guess they're entitled to cherish that victory in such a tight and exciting finish. There's no doubt, Tomas, that the game against Cork is well and truly behind them now. They've pushed on from there.
No doubt about that, Michael, and this is going to stand to them big time, and they are serious contenders now for All-Ireland glory. We all said what happened after last year in the All-Ireland final. They were into Kilkenny's faces, and they've got back that attitude today. Kitchen sink was thrown at them by Galway there. You'd say they were dead and buried, but they never gave up. They had that belief, they had a hunger, and in defence there, when the high balls started raining down on top of them, guys were putting up their hand, they were winning ball, and they were bursting out, and they showed serious passion about their jersey. And that's probably what won it for them in the end, right? That they had this never say die attitude when people maybe had questioned this all along. Were they good enough? Were they gone back from last year and stuff like that? But they show today now that they are serious contenders.
There's no doubt about that. We're going to take a short break. More on this hurling quarter-final straight after that.